makes me wonder.
Looking back, it all kind of started around puberty, like around 11 or 12. I started to get really sick and really tired and depressed, and weight gain, weight loss pretty rapid. I stopped sleeping, but all this stuff really looked like puberty, so we didn't really think anything of it. And then I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism when I was 15 or 16. And then my freshman year of university, I was super sick, like all year, and they kept testing me for mono. Like I got tested like 4 times, and each time it came up negative, and my tonsils were huge. If you look at the back of my throat, there was like a tiny hole that I was breathing through and eating and drinking through, which looking back is really, really scary, but I didn't know enough to know that that was scary at that time. Nobody knew what was wrong with me. No one knew what was going on. They just kept thinking, you're 17, you must have mono. Kissing all those boys. I came home for spring break or something and went to a doctor, and she said, "Sounds like you might have food allergies. Why don't you try the elimination diet? It's the most reliable test to find out if you have food allergies." The blood tests are apparently only 70% accurate. The way I did the test is, you don't have to do it this way. This is actually the hard way, but again, I didn't know any better, so this is how I did it.
Because it makes me feel
Bare bones, there are 10 things the human body is most likely to be allergic to. You take all of those things out of your diet for 6 to 8 weeks, and then slowly in 2 serving pieces add them back in. And so I ate basically like meat, lettuce, and olive oil for like 2 months. It actually wasn't that bad. I don't remember that being terrible. And that's when I discovered definitely dairy and gluten. But because I had it in my head that those were the only allergies I was gonna have, that's when I stopped taking the test. I just stopped. And if I had continued, I would have discovered my sugar and my soy allergy, but I didn't. I stopped having soy in my diet because of the hypothyroidism. A doctor told me that soy will often block the thyroid hormone, and my thyroid needed all the help it could get. And then like 6 months later of having no soy in my diet, I decided to treat myself with a soy latte, and immediately my entire throat just went whoosh, like just swelled up enormously. I looked in the back of my throat and it was like being a freshman at university again. Like it was just a tiny hole that I was breathing through, which I knew enough at this point to be terrified that this was going to get worse, which I don't actually think helped. I really didn't want to give sugar up. I mean, I tried all the different variations I could. I tried, sugar in the raw. I tried organic sugar. Just wanted to be able to eat gummy bears. It took me a long time to realize I just can't. It affects everything, every single part of my life. I grew up thinking that I was kind of a depressed person, that I had issues with depression, and I was just gonna have to struggle with this forever. I remember, when I was a teenager, a doctor recommending I get put on antidepressants, and I'm not depressed. Only eating food that is good for me and not eating food that poisons me, basically, has transformed my life. I realized I'm a really happy person, which is kind of awesome.